motivation for the film was, you know, like every other filmmaker who doesn't want to admit it. You just want to be famous, you know. No. This is my thesis for my master's degree, and I have to do it. And I won a grant. They gave me like 8,000 or 9,000 euro to start a film. Okay, after it won the literary award, so I have to do it. I signed the contract. It's not enough to do a decent film, so I couldn't hire professional actors, and I have this big mission to tell the youth, you have to straighten out your lives. But so I couldn't hire actors. I did the next best thing. I went to the real gang members and taught them how to act. So there, I didn't know that, you know, they'll be so good at it and win awards. No, it was not rape, it's consensual sex. It's pain or pleasure. She has to decide whether she wants pain or pleasure. Yeah, I understand what you mean. I've been asked that many times. Number one is when I was researching this and when we were shooting this, all the male gang members hid the female part of their gangs. Later on, I discovered that most of the gang wars are sparked by, you know, jealousy over one female gang member or another, you know. Second, they hid all their gang members because most of them are their wives or girlfriends. They didn't want them participating in the film nor in the research. Third is most of the girls that join gangs on their own. Sometimes the gang members themselves discourage these young girls because they're too young. 12 years old, 13 years old. You're too young. There was one instance when McCoy is a real gang leader, the boyfriend was encouraging the girl because the girlfriend wanted to join the gang and the boyfriend he wasn't a gang member. He couldn't do anything. So McCoy in real life was asking, hey, do you want your girlfriend to go through that pain or pleasure thing? All the boyfriend could do was, you know, that's what she likes. And she was 16 years old. Yeah, maybe.
And I'm missing what happens with this girl afterwards and what's with the punishment and pain she has with having her pleasure.
Yeah, I met some of the older generations in Busan. They were working in Busan as overseas Filipino workers. And it's in the internet. She claims she's one of the original members of the biggest gang in the Philippines. She's married to a Korean, I think. So I think they go on to live normal lives after that. I think. I'm not sure. I have to research on that. But from what I see.
But I think you want to draw a picture about the real situation, and this is not interesting if an actor has a normal life afterwards, because in the real situation it's not that people, and in this case women, have a normal life afterwards.
I know what you mean. But these data were not available during the research. Maybe you can supply me with data that you know about Filipino gangs.
I don't want to supply with data. I'm asking because I'm missing
No.
in the film.
You were trying to tell me I was trying to draw this macho picture. I told you I was talking to some of the gang members, and this is what they said. It's beyond me to debate with them.
But as far as I understood, the film was another question, and is kind of reflecting on that probably, because I was wondering if the stories of the
young girls, yeah.
No, in general, of
yeah.
all the actors, if it was their stories or if it was the stories.
No. This is not a documentary. This is a fiction based on lives of other gang members in 6 blocks away. Okay, so they were acting out. This is not their story. They were acting out experiences from different gang members, which I, sort of collated. And the story comes out to be so common to most of them. This is what I learned when we showed this during the festival. A group of college girls, young Catholic educated college girls, came up to me with all their tattoos and said, "Why didn't you make many female gang characters?" I said, "Because they weren't there when we were doing the film. They weren't there when we were researching the film. So next time you do our story." "Okay, you tell me your story." "Yeah, we go to Tondo. We are rich girls. We go to Tondo and we fight in the gang wars." "Okay, but do you go to the pain and pleasure thing?" "Yes, of course. Most of us choose pain." "Okay. Some of us choose pleasure."
And also, following up this question about the female roles, it's kind of interesting that I understood it is not their individual stories, but it is stories you were kind of confronted with in your research, and then you kind of fictionalize them on the basis of reality. That's how I understood it. But also interestingly, the role of the mothers, I think it's kind of
the mother, the wives, the children, the young children, female children.
Yeah, because I think my impression is that these tough guys at home, probably it's not only related to the mother, but also to the father. They kind of they switch to me it appears like switching their role. They are kind of obedient suddenly.
Yeah, thank you for pointing that out, because since the 1950s, that has been the picture of gangsters in Tondo. They're all afraid of their wives or their mothers. And this is true. If you ask half of the, all the convicts inside jail, half of them are in jail because they tried to defend their family, their mother, their sister, from harm. So that is a very Filipino, I think, that is a very Filipino a trait, that they're all tough guys in the street, and the real gangster is their mother inside the house. So we're a very matriarchal family, matrilineal, for that matter. Yeah. Even my family. My mother was the owner of my mother acted in the film, so I couldn't do the film without her, she will kill me. So even this gangster is,